Hello and welcome to The Long View with me, Jon Jordan. Today we're looking at Battlestar Galactica Squadrons, and this is a particular kind of video we do, so it's called What's Wrong With. So you have to be kind of careful on two levels here. So what's wrong with is not me slagging off games, so generally I only do what's wrong with videos on games that I like and have been playing for quite a long period of time. I've been playing Battlestar Galactica Squadrons for about a month now. The other thing to point out with Battlestar Galactica Squadrons is it's still in soft launch, so it's not that these games are ever finished, but it's not the kind of global launch product. So I'm sure there's lots of things that the developer will be changing and kind of knows need to be changed. So with those two kind of caveats in mind, let's go into what's wrong with. So what is Battlestar Galactica Squadrons? So it is a game based on Battlestar Galactica, the TV series, and it's kind of squad-based kind of an RPG, I really call it. Squad-based RPG where the characters are your ships, so you see I've got a whole bunch of ships here. So the first thing I want to go in kind of what's wrong with is I have all these ships, but it's not really very clear why you would use one ship over another. So I happen to have these three that I use most of the time, or four if I need four. Obviously the Viper is the kind of iconic Battlestar Galactica ship, so you get that straight away, so I've leveled this one up quite a long way. The Raptor has this nice kind of move where it kind of calls the ship for a reinforcement, so that's obviously really good. I can't remember why I ever had this one. I can't remember why I had the Kestrel. Anyway, I did. But it's not really obvious when you're battling, when you're choosing a squad, why you would choose anything other than your most powerful leveled up ship. So I've got here, what have I got here? I've got a Mako. Mako's kind of interesting. It's got this, it lobs a sticky mine. I mean, that's quite nice. I have used it, but it's not really clear why I would suddenly start leveling that one up. And I think in the mix of these effectively RPG games, you need to, the developer needs to think about why you have a squad of characters, and needs to kind of get you to put different characters or ships in, or have a reason not to just have the same three most powerful ones all the time. So there's a game called Sulking, which I've been playing a lot, which is a more classic RPG, and that has elements where you have different modes, and you can only play female characters or only play characters of a certain class. So that forces you to have quite a wide portfolio. This game doesn't have that. There's another thing. So how do you get the ships? So you get the ships through this build ship thing. So it's a card-based game. So you have this bronze, silver, and gold. You see, I haven't got any gold ones, even though I've been playing the game for a month. Silver and bronze are the only ones I've got, so let's go for a bronze one. I get a ship, you can see it's fairly low level. I've already got one actually, don't need another one, so I'm going to just recycle it for the bits. So that's useful. But in the silver one, what do I get for the silver one? So this is the bronze was 1 to 3 star, this could be a 2 to 4 star. What do I get? So it's more leveled up, it looks more impressive, but it's still a Kestrel, and I've got a much higher level Kestrel, so even though it's a 3 star one, what moves has it got? It doesn't tell me here. So it's not, even on this level, I don't really gain anything by getting kind of this, by opening a silver level blueprint. So I might as well just recycle that. I get lots more parts as well, so that's good. And I get weapons tech is super important. That's how you level up weapons. So, in a sense, this is kind of a major mechanic of the game, and it doesn't, I think, after the first week or so, really work terribly well. So you can see here now I can level up these. I just do this. So I'm going to level up this one, and now you can see all skills are at max level. So another thing you would have in a more traditional kind of character-based RPG, you'd have the ability to have either gear system, so you would you'd have like the basic level as we have here. So this Raptor is level 29 or 30. Once I get to level 30, I can level it up and put it to 5 stars. Also, obviously has these kind of attacks, which you see I've leveled this one up now, so it's totally leveled up. But then you'd also have like a gear system, in the sense of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. You actually have a gear system and a mod system. And that just gives you different variety and lets you kind of customize and gives you more kind of resources that you're kind of thinking, oh, how do I use these resources? Which is always the most important thing in a free-to-play mobile game, is you get some resources, but then it's how do you use them, and you should have a lot more choices to use them than you have resources, and that's what keeps you going. That's what that's what drives the metagame, which is massively important for retention and, in the end, monetization. Obviously, it should point out again, this game is in soft launch, so potentially some of those long-term retention features are not yet in, and even say Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes has been out for a year, and the gear system was there to begin with, but the mod system was in an update several, I think even half a year later. So it doesn't have to be there at launch, but these things do need to be in there. So the other thing, so we just go into shape it here. So this is another card thing, so we can see here just the resources. Water, so that's energy, that's a hard currency. Get another blueprint, so you can kind of see now it's trying to monetize me. That's fine. The other thing that the game doesn't have, which is a kind of a surprise. So if I go into battles, you can see here I'm a bit stuck. So I'm on episode 8 here on the easy level. I'm stuck on the final one, it's kind of a bit more of a boss one. And if I go here, where am I stuck on this one? Level 3, I'm playing it now on hard, and I'm stuck on 8 there. That's kind of fine. It's fine to get stuck on things. I think that's level yeah. But the other surprising thing here is, so these are levels I've done. So I've completed level 1 hard. I can go in and fight it again. That's good. It's always good to go in and get resources. But often in games, once you've completed a level, normally 3-starred it. So this game doesn't have a star system. So you either have beaten the level or not beaten the level. But if you have a starred system, if you 3-star a mission, then often they have an options for you to sim it, or you to just click a button. It's another resource really. Click a button and get all those. Or it's another currency really. Sorry. So you have a button and you go, just give me the resources. So you basically get the resources, because metagame is so important in free-to-play mobile games. Let's quickly show you actually. So let's go in and look at another game. Okay, so here we are in DC Legends, and you can see here this is a mission that I've 3-starred. You can see here's a starred system, so all these are 3-starred. And when I click on it, you can see here I can battle, so I can go in and play the battle again, or I can speed force it. So you can see here there's a different currency. If you use up one of those, I've got 45, look at the top of the screen. So I can just speed force it. What happens? Hooray! Speed force was successful, and I earn all the resources. So that's kind of really important. I can speed resource it again. I've got 40, 44. You know. So I can't do any more than 3. So I could go to another level and do it. So it's just a way of, if you're stuck in the game, which you should be stuck in these kind of free-to-play mobile games, you can just get the resources out that you want by using a different currency. And obviously it's a different way to monetize then, or a different way to retain people by giving them this other currency. And it's kind of a bit of a surprise that this game doesn't have that. That's a pretty standard thing in these kind of RPGs. I guess the issue is maybe the developer doesn't see this as an RPG in that sense. The other thing is it doesn't have a 3-star system, so it's that would be potentially quite not a difficult thing to put in, but would be a certain amount of kind of retrospective coding and UI. So maybe that's why they haven't done it. But I think that's quite important to retention. So something it has that's good. It has this daily achievement system. I mean, that's pretty standard as well. So there we go. That was just a quick look through. I'm not looking through particularly playing the gameplay of Battlestar Galactica Squadrons. I think it's a really nice game. I think it's done quite well, but I think just the whole point of what's wrong with it is things that could be improved to make it better. And as I say, the game's still in soft launch, so we don't quite know when it's going to be released. So I'm sure the developer is still working on updates. And as we see with other games in soft launch, sometimes you have very big updates going in just before the game goes live. So kind of all the feedback and learning that they've got during that soft launch period is then kind of encapsulated and gives the game a good launch. So we hope that will happen with Battlestar Galactica Squadron. Thanks for watching. This is The Long View. The Long View is about playing free-to-play mobile games for a long period of time, doing videos about what we like, doing videos about what we think could be improved. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and hope to see you again soon.